Welcome to the Daily Coffee Pro by Mapper Forward Friends. Today on the podcast, I want to talk about a question we received from a member of our audience. And the question came through Instagram and it was, help, I don't want to be in coffee anymore, but I don't know how to get out. And I thought, what a fantastic question to talk about on the Daily Coffee Pro. No doubt, 2020 has shown people, whether you're an employee or whether you own a business, that it's important to be doing things that you want to be doing. Life is short, life is challenging, and life is excruciating at times. And so if we're experiencing all of these challenges while doing something that we're not passionate about and we don't want to be doing, it's just going to make everything harder. I'm not just seeing this in coffee. I'm seeing a lot of my friends say, I don't want to be doing what I'm doing anymore. You seem to be doing what you love. How do I get to be doing something that I love? And I thought, all right, it seems to be a theme happening. Let's talk about it. So we start at the question, do you know what it is that you do love? If you don't want to be doing coffee, do you know what it is that you do love? Or is it that you love coffee and you're just tired? Whatever it is that you're doing in your career. I got into coffee because I love hospitality and I love coffee. I loved the hospitality element of coffee. And I never left it. While I was working as a barista, it just fed me to be around other people and hospitality. So, is it that you love hospitality, or is it that you love coffee that brought you into the coffee industry? Is it that you're a green buyer and you loved the idea of travel and that's why you're in the coffee industry? What is it about your career that brought you here? Are you just exhausted from 2020 and fed up and do you need some rest? Or is it that you love something else? And if you love something else, what is it that you love and that you're passionate about? Another alternative there is, I'm in coffee because it's just a job. I didn't come to coffee because I love it. I came to coffee because I needed to do something and this had the lowest barrier to entry and I needed to earn some money and now I'm here. And I've been here for far too long because I never got out and now I don't want to be here anymore. What do I do? Okay. All of those things are important to understand. Now, if you are here in the coffee industry because of that last scenario, you just needed a job and now you know you want more for your life, again, it goes back to the question, what is it that you enjoy doing about your job? Is it that you enjoy hospitality? Is it that you enjoy, there's got to be something that you enjoy in your life. You might be saying, no, Lee, I hate my life. I don't enjoy anything about my life. Well, great question. What if I hate everything about my life and I don't know what to do? The simple fact that you're asking that question tells me that it's not a dire situation. The fact that you're listening to or watching this podcast tells me that you are invested enough in yourself that this is not a dire situation. You just want different. Now, if you want different than what you've got currently, there's a journey that you've got to go on to figure out what different looks like. And you may have to try a couple of different versions of different on before you land on the thing that you love. for me, for example, when I left the corporate world, I knew I wanted to work in coffee and I knew I wanted to work in music. But I didn't know how I was going to do either of those things. But before I got to that, while I was still in corporate, I tried my hand at a few small businesses. Some of them lasted a couple of months. Some of them lasted a little bit longer. But I had to try different things on for size before I landed on the idea of actually, I want to go and open a business in the music industry and have a professional career in music. And I want to be in coffee to help me while I get to the point where I can be independent as an business owner in the music industry. You've got to find a way to figure out what it is that you love to do. Now, I opened a chocolate making business. I opened a tutoring business. I opened a couple of other different businesses. None of them fit me. I was good at them, but none of them fit me any better than being in corporate did. But the first day I worked at a cafe, and I'd never ever worked in a cafe before or a restaurant. I'd never bussed a table, anything like that. The first day I worked in a cafe, I couldn't believe someone was paying me to do this. I would have done it for free. I knew this was where I belonged. Much to everyone around me, surprise, and a couple of people were disgusted. Because how dare you go and work in a cafe when you've got a science degree and you've worked in corporate and you've got all these other opportunities that could make you so much more money. You're working in a cafe for $15 an hour. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. Your life has to fit you. And if coffee is no longer fitting you, you got to get out there and figure out what the fuck does. This is the beginning of a vision quest for you. You are learning which path you want to take. You'll never do anything that's as fulfilling as figuring out what it is that fits you. The journey's not going to be easy. The journey's not going to always invigorate you and make you feel like you are a rock star because you're living your dream life. I assure you, it is going to fucking hurt like hell. And you'll love every day of it. You won't realize that you love every day of it, but you will love every day of it. Because you're no longer doing something because you have to. You are doing it because you choose to do it. So if coffee is what you love, make sure you're doing your best job at being present in that. But if coffee is not what you love anymore and you don't want to be in coffee, go out there and figure out what it is that does fit you if coffee doesn't. It's the most important thing that you will do for yourself in your life is living a fulfilling life. I speak from a lot of experience on this subject. Trust me. Peace, love, and peanut butter, friends. Have an amazing rest of your day.